Hi there, my name is Carson James Hamilton. I go by CJ and I'm a transmasculine, non-binary individual. My pronouns are he/they, and I'd very much appreciate if you would use those when referring to me, whether it's to my face or when talking about me to others. You're probably wondering what the words transmasculine and non-binary mean, why I have them combined together, why I'm using them interchangeably, and what they mean to me. Allow me to explain the best I can. A while ago, I came out as non-binary. Non-binary is an umbrella term under the transgender community, which refers to a person who is assigned female at birth, or assigned male, female, or intersex at birth, and does not identify as male or female. Some identify as agender, which is a fairly self-explanatory term that means that they don't identify as any gender. They're somewhere in the middle, off the gender grid altogether. Others might identify as bigender or gender fluid, meaning a combination of both male and female. There are other terms such as genderqueer, which is a similar term to non-binary with a slightly different meaning. Genderqueer means that someone does not subscribe to conventional gender characteristics, although can identify as neither, both, or a combination of masculine and feminine, similar to gender fluid. Now, transmasculine is a very similar term to transgender. It's a term used to identify someone like myself who is assigned female at birth, but identifies more with a masculine identity. Some other terms often to describe transmasculine people are transmale, if that was how I identify. Transmasculine is a broad term that includes a few different groups of people and has a couple different meanings. I know, it's confusing. But I don't see myself as trans male. I still see myself as non-binary, even though I lean more to the masculine side than the feminine. I also don't see myself as being somewhere in the middle, which I initially thought I did. And I know some of you are going to ask, but if you're transmasculine, doesn't that make you a trans man? Yes and no. You do not need to be a trans man to be transmasculine. While I don't see myself as female whatsoever, I don't see myself completely male either, but more so than I do female. What might this look in real life? Do transmasculine people medically transition, be it through HRT, hormone replacement therapy, or surgery? Some do, yes. Will I? Yes, absolutely. Now, I know there's a lot of you who are wanting to jump up and start telling me that surgery is permanent and there are some irreversible changes that'll happen to my body once I start going on testosterone. But you can rest assured I have done extensive research and did some serious soul searching before coming to this conclusion. I have been following a lot of YouTubers who are trans male for a while, since about when COVID started, which was about a year or two ago. They and a few other people were the ones that helped me to come to terms with my identity. They helped me to kind of explore and come to terms with who I am. But it's not just YouTubers. Not that long ago, Elliot Page came out very publicly as a trans man. He's someone I've admired for a long time, ever since I first watched him in his role in the movie Juno, which is one of my favorite films, and he did fantastically. He's someone whose courage influenced me. That's the word. And it helped me to find my courage to figure out who I am and to make a video about it. Demi Lovato is another person who's helped me. If you don't know them, Demi Lovato is a non-binary musician who got their start through Disney. Assigned female at birth, they came out as non-binary last year. Again, their strength and confidence helped me to come to terms about my gender identity and helped kick me in the ass to come out about it. I know there's probably the question, why do I opt to use the term transmasculine when I could just call myself a transgender man? Because I still see myself as non-binary, even though I am leaning further to one side than the other. Now is where you come in. When I say you, I mean my friends, family, and other people in my life who are here to support me. You know who you are. I'm going to just tell you how you can help. If you are so inclined, you can educate yourself about different trans identities. You can give people around you, like myself, or anyone in your life who identifies as trans, to talk about their gender with you. But don't push and don't ask prying questions. Don't make them doubt themselves by asking if they're sure, because it's harmful. It's very harmful. Don't out them without permission. That's a big one. Also, use the pronouns and name that they have said to use. Don't use their dead name, even if you know it, and don't ask for it if you don't. The word dead name has the word dead in it for a reason. If someone says, please don't use my birth name, you should fucking respect it. I'm not apologizing for that F-bomb, by the way. Another thing you can do is try, and I mean try. Don't misgender them. And if they correct you when you do, because we're all human, we make mistakes, don't just brush it off with a sorry. Don't get defensive about us if, say, we lose our patience and get mad. Because it hurts a lot when you do that to us. Don't make up an excuse like you've known me for X amount of years and it takes time. I get that it takes time, but I need to see effort. I need to see you try. Because I am only so patient. I am a very patient person. But at some point my patience will run out and I need to see effort. I'm sorry, that's a lot to ask, but I need to say it. If you did misgender them, don't just brush it off and not go back to correct yourself. Go back over the sentence you spoke about where you used the incorrect pronouns or name and use the correct ones. Don't call me by my birth name. If you did, go back over and say CJ or Carson. And please, I'm asking from the bottom of my heart, don't call me she and don't refer to me as a girl, because I'm not a girl. Thank you. And above all, for support and help, ask people what you can do to help them and support them. If you want to learn more about gender identities and what they mean, you have the internet at your fingertips. There's a non-binary wiki and gender wiki, which are websites that have a lot of information about different gender identities. Also, again, my name is CJ or Carson. Or if you still want to, you can call me Knox. I don't mind that one. I'm asking my friends and I'm asking my family specifically to not use my birth name. Do not use she/her for pronouns because I'll cry. And I know I laughed at the end of that, but seriously, I'll cry. Or I'll just not want to associate with my family. And I don't want to have to come to that because I love my family and I know they love me. But yeah, I need to set boundaries and I need to step up and say, don't call me a girl because I'm not one. I don't care that I haven't started testosterone, that my voice is still high, that I still have large breasts because I don't have 10 grand for top surgery. Don't call me female just because of those features. Don't call me female because that's how you've known me for 30 years. This isn't about you, it's about me and how it makes me feel when you call me a girl and when you call me a she. Scratch out that S and call me he or they or it. Just not she. Don't call me she. And if I hear you calling me she, I'm not going to be happy about it. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm going to just disassociate with you as a whole. I'm not going to lie to you because I don't want to be referred to a gender I am not. Thank you and have a good evening.